this. Hello folks, welcome back to some more weekly racing. I'm going to run 2 IMSA sessions tonight. We'll do the fixed followed by the open, kind of nicely scheduled back to back, which is always good. I won't do a third just because first one's 35 minutes, second is 45. That will be sufficient for tonight. Didn't race yesterday, did race on Monday night. Literally as they were turning over into the new week, and it was 2 good races actually. The fixed was qualified P2. It wasn't a super competitive split, but P1 got away, couldn't catch, and then at some point in the race I turned off my auto fuel, so I hung out in the pits for I don't know how long, for ages. Finished the race with 10 laps of fuel, and so of course it dropped down to about P6 I think, and I couldn't recover any ground there, so that was kind of funny but a bit silly. So good reminder, always check your fuel even if you think you got auto fuel set. I must have somehow knocked it off as I was racing. And then yeah, the open was good. I hadn't practiced much with the open set I was using. I have done a little bit since, I guess, but mainly just because of the race that I did on Monday. I haven't run anything yesterday. Yeah, and the open set's quite nice, just feels like a bit freer, a bit more bit easier to get the car rotated, I guess. But back in the trusty Porsche, enjoyed the Ferrari actually last week. That was kind of cool to run that for a week. Hadn't done that in ages, so that was nice. And for the first time in ages, I've actually been running a number of different GT3 cars throughout the course of this season, which has made a nice change. I've got kind of stuck in a rut with the Porsche for a while, even at tracks where it maybe wasn't as strong, so it's been good to get out of that habit. First race is up in 14 minutes. I do just want to get out and just blow off the cobwebs, having not driven yesterday in this fixed setup. And then it was interesting, the open race on Monday had a lot more people in it. Well, a lot more. I think we had 3, maybe 4 splits at the same time slot than I'm going to run tonight. And the fixed time slot was less people, which surprised me a little bit. I mean, personally, it's easier for me to jump into a fixed than it is an open, but it'll be interesting to see if the same is tonight. So we've got 42 registered right now, which is kind of low, to be honest. It's a popular track. It's IMSA. So I guess we'll see how that pans out. And the races were pretty clean on Monday as well. There's no rain in either forecast. I think they race at similar times. I think it's a morning. So yeah, no weather to worry about, so it's purely on pace. I feel like I could use a bit of a coaching session here. I know the track really well, but I feel like I sort of am limited. I'm at least half a second a lap behind the fast folks, and it's just always annoying. Like, and probably honestly in race pace a bit further back than that. It'd be nice to be able to close that a bit. But anyway, we're going to run some laps with the fixed setup now. Just going to get ready. Not in so much of a rush tonight as I sometimes am, getting the kids to bed. So let's jump on out there. Let's see how the car feels. Actually going to put us into just a group with no one else in, so I can kind of do it almost like quali sims, to be honest, because, you know, I've done plenty of race practice recently. Oh, this is weird. I don't know why. Shouldn't you be able to see the pits on the right hand side? Okay, let's... you guys can't, well, I guess you can see it a little bit in the main screen, but is there not a set of pits there? That's so weird. I wonder if because of my graphic settings, it's like it doesn't look like it's showing the pits, but I could have sworn when I've been racing here during the week that we could see them on Monday. Pit objects, medium detail. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Anyway, not to worry about that now. It'll be interesting when we kick over to the main server whether that changes, but I'm pretty sure normally there's not just randos standing in the pit lane, but maybe. Haven't had any problems with fuel this week, which has been nice. Well, I suppose it depends if you count the auto fuel issue I had. It's just user error. Now, I've been running 0.8 margin, which is probably more than you typically need, but it's IMSA, so sometimes get that extra lap, and always just want to make sure that if I had to fuel save, it would be possible for me to do so. See, this is not okay, so we're up to 50 registered, so it is climbing a little bit, but still probably still a little fewer participation than I would expect for a fixed IMSA race at a popular track. But I mean, hopefully that will give us at least 2, maybe 3 splits. Just got to get used to this fixed set again. More understeer, I think, in this set than in the open set that I'm running. Alright, poor last corner, but let's see what we got here. Chuck that in a little too hard there. So I need to check when the IMSA endurance race is. I'm assuming there's one this weekend, but I don't know actually. If there is one, I'll try and run it. Probably as a solo. Really hooking this lap up, yeah. Just getting back into it. So high 43s at least going to be needed, I think. Still not a great lap, but slowly improving.
44.2, that was your fastest lap of the session.
So we will have pit stops in both of these races. I don't think you can fuel save through it. What I found on Monday, it was pretty competitive, so didn't really have a chance to do much fuel save, other than maybe a bit of a lap just to help squeeze out an extra lap. Just trying to find the limits here of this this set. Struggling with the understeer. Actually, I got quite used to the open set, so now I'm just feeling the car understeering away. So it's slightly warmer temps than what quali will be. Let's see if we can hook up a slightly better lap next time round. Hooked up well there, annoying. Just started to lose a little bit of the grip of the tyres, but yeah, I'm surprised this wasn't a slightly better lap. Still so-so. Not finding that 39 currently.
44.2. Just check your fastest lap of the session.
Couple of minutes till we'll get kicked over to the main server. Squeezed a little bit more out of it on this lap. Not a lot though. Yeah, bits and pieces, not a lot though. Decent last corner. Okay, found the 43 is good.
43.9. Just a second fastest lap of the session.
Alright, well, you know, we won't be at the pace of the top guys, but yeah, hopefully we'll be in the mix. We've got 89 registered, so it's not going to be a ton of splits. Yeah, it's interesting. So it's quiet again, like it was on Monday. Well, let's get over to the race server, see what we got, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Times look a bit slow, actually. And then there's 1.6k guys running not that far off me. Yeah, well, we'll just focus on having hopefully just a solid race tonight. I'm super behind on content videos. If anyone is wondering, I've actually got one recorded on the RS6, which I need to get out. Just struggling with 9 to 5 is pretty busy at the moment, so it's taking a lot of my time. But we'll get there. I have some ideas for the next how-to video, but again, just struggling to make time for it. So I figured, you know what, we'll just stream a bunch of racing each week at the moment. Keep things ticking over, keeps me in the rig, keeps me racing, which is always nice. Haven't got an enduro plan for a little while, considering doing the Nordschleife. Trying to think when that is. I think it's over a month away. Never done the 24 hours there. Just I don't know how I'd survive it, honestly, but maybe this year's the year. I wonder if the pits have reappeared. Maybe, I don't know. Well, we're in practice. Let's jump in and find out. Well, they have. Look at that. Yeah, pits. Lovely. So I don't know what split we're in at the moment. It's not refreshed for me on Race Labs. But given what I saw, yeah, just there's only 2 splits. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting because we'll have some really quick guys. We've got a 4.5k driver at the top. We're showing as a 3.0 driver, but we're not really. We're 2.9. I think it's Race Labs is rounding up there. Yeah, so it'll just be a decent split. Yeah, I don't know whether this will pan out similar to the race I had on Monday, where I was able to qualify pretty well, qualify P2. But then that was kind of it, really. Couldn't make an impression on the guy ahead. Was, you know, pulled away in traffic with the cars behind by a couple of seconds, and honestly, until the pit stop mishap was, yeah, just, you know, relatively comfortable P2. But maybe some of the quicker guys will be out tonight. Right, track temp is 20, so just a little cooler than when we were in practice a few minutes ago. Safety rating is on the way up after a bad couple of weeks, so that's good. Try and keep that momentum going tonight as well. Right, and we'll jump straight into quali. Maybe we'll just, always like to put the yellow LED strips on, so we'll do that. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, I'm just looking at, so we look like we're sort of car 4. Yeah, so we need a decent lap here. There's a 4.5k driver, otherwise everyone else should be around us. So, yeah. Don't know. Could be tight at the top at least, for the top 5 positions. Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, it does seem like it's quieter again. And maybe open will be busier, which is, I don't know. It's just not what I would have expected, I guess. I thought maybe Monday was quiet just because I was running the first time slot of the week. And I just thought maybe not everyone was ready to jump in, but it was, honestly, it was 2 splits. It seems very similar to what we have tonight. Maybe just a quieter week. Easter, I know, in a lot of places right now. Perhaps, well, whether that would have a positive or negative impact, but there we go. time I'm racing here, Pan, thinking about you and I and some of the good and the less good races we've had here. Been more good than bad recently though, which has been nice. But yeah, Fuji Road America, that's what I was running the last 2 weeks, and honestly it was a lot of incidents on both of those sequence of races. Monday was relatively incident free, and I'm just gonna try and keep it that way tonight, but it's multi-class, you know, it's always only so much you can control, easy to miscommunicate as the faster classes are coming by. And I saw some incidents on Monday, but fortunately none of them were ones that got me involved. Let's see if we can just hook up something half decent here.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Couldn't quite commit to T1 there. That wasn't awful either, so I'll take it. Such an annoying corner if you don't get it. 100% costs you all the way to the bus stop. That was weird. My car had too much front end, caught me out. Need to fix that next lap. That will cost us easily 2 or 3 tenths on that corner. Yeah, it's not going to be super quick, I don't think, this lap. Let's see, what have we got to beat? Low 44s, yeah, as expected.
44 even.
Well, amazingly, actually was a decent lap. Didn't feel that quick, so hopefully we can find a bit more. I'm sure people will be in the 43s here. So obviously drove that corner better, so trying to get a neat end to the lap here if we can. Lost a bit of time there. Yeah, that was better. That was it's about my pace. See what that does for us. Yeah, no complaints with that. Not much more left in it at the moment, at least for me. Good. Well, did myself justice on quali. And I'll be honest, I won't mind starting from pole. I always enjoy being able to lead off and just create the space that you want. Right, washroom break, race time. Be back in a sec. I can see the chat tonight, so if you do have any questions, feel free to throw them in there. I will do my best to keep an eye on that. Not great at multitasking, it must be said, but I'll be looking up from time to time at least. Right, 8 seconds, race time. Good, looks like we held on to it. P. Thompson got pretty close. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with that. I think my quali lap on Monday would have put me P3 tonight. I think it was a low 44. But yeah, no, a 43.692 on the fixer, actually, that's pretty solid. Obviously made all of that time up on the second lap in that uphill right-hander. Never know what these corners are called, but yeah, once we got that sorted, we were good. But I've noticed that I think it's difficult to pull away for people with the toe here, so yeah, we'll just focus on trying to get off to a decent start.
1 lap to green. Line up on the right side. The estimated strength of field is 2,261. Pit road is closed right now.
Yeah, so it's a low strength of field.
DNF today would hurt our points a lot.
Just 2.26 for GT3 field. I'm not sure what it is for the others. I don't have that on my own overlay. Right, let's get some of the pit stuff organised. We won't need tyres. Get all of that off. Right, tyres are off. And then fuel margin should be set to 0.8 once we get going. So, well, I mean, it doesn't look like there's a ton of people in general, but I suppose they certainly have populated with the protos. Maybe all the protos are in this split, actually, given there's only 2. Not sure. Maybe take a look at that after. Well, nice to be on pole. I feel like I haven't been on pole for a while, actually. I don't think I was on pole at all at Fuji. Definitely wasn't at Road America. That was pretty competitive from memory. Yeah. Good old faithful Porsche. But I'm still a little confused as to why participation seems just a lot lower for a track that everyone knows it's not going to rain, it's early in the morning, it's good temps. Yeah, don't know. Can't really figure that out, to be honest. But no worries. I'll take a split 1 pole. I can't imagine... I've got many of them. Maybe none, actually. This might be the first one, but 2.2k split. Not too much to write home about, really.
37 car, catch up, 35 car, catch up, 17 car.
So we'll leave some gap here, obviously. We'll let the LMP2s go. Wow, they are leaving a huge gap. I don't think I'll leave that much space, if I'm honest.
Catch up, 3 car. Catch up, 7 car. Catch up, 13 car. Catch up, 33 car.
Can I just let them disappear over this hill and then we'll roll? That will do. going to spend too long doing sort of tyre warm-up and stuff. I never really feel like I can get the most out of it. I'd rather just focus on it, you know. Save a little bit of fuel on this, you know, in case it helps us later on. Just try to be laser focused on the start. Well, I quite like this this chrome car we're going to have following us. Is that the Vodafone livery? That's pretty nice, actually. I haven't seen that on a car in iRacing for ages. Big fan. Very nice looking. So I think the field for quali is split as you would expect. 3K and the 4.5K driver kind of at the front. Surprised that Nevsky didn't put it on pole. Maybe didn't have a great quali lap. Just caught these guys up a little bit, so I'm going to give them a bit of room here. P2 anxious to get going, understandable, of course. But these guys are backed up a lot here, which is kind of annoying.
About to go green, stay focused.
Little love tap there. I did probably go a little bit slow into that corner, not intentionally, just trying to be safe here.
You got a slow car on the left.
The toe is pretty powerful. I'm going to have to contend with this for a little while. Try and get a sense of where we're quicker or slower than Pierre. It's definitely faster me in this final sector. Yeah, similar pace. Let's see how we get on.
13 even.
Yeah, just kind of need to get a bit braver into T1 because 0.3 behind is big on the toe. Well, tight field. Any mistakes will be punished tonight. Well, yeah, gonna be a busy stint this.
43.9.
Might be a few more of those before the night's out, just to try and get a bit of a better run, but doesn't look like we're going to be able to shake Pierre. He's got the pace. Just have to see if we can keep him behind. This looks to be the place where we'll be most under threat. Try not to drive too defensive here, but so we got a little bit loose there. I think unfortunately Pierre was also a bit deep. Yeah, it's tricky. I feel under pressure almost the whole that round, to be honest.
44 even.
You can see Emmett is right there too. So I don't know. These guys, honestly, may have a pace advantage. So we'll just have to see.
Right side. Keep to the left. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear. They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down.
Well,
Give up the time game. You've got
didn't-
wheel damage.
Didn't love that. It's getting punted to get by. We'll have to have a look at that later. I'll give you a report on the car in a sec here. Doesn't feel too bad. The steering wheel is straight. Yeah, I don't know. Don't feel like I broke early.
You've got wheel damage.
So wheel damage, but I don't think aero damage, which is good. Okay, so struggling to turn the car left, as you can just see there. So just got to be careful here. Slightly damaged car.
47.6. The car 10 is now leading.
Need to be careful I don't overdo this because the car's not overly damaged. But I just still feel, yeah, so turning left is slightly off. It's impact on my top speed there, I can see it on the straights. So what I'm thinking about for that incident is, did I brake early? Did I cut back across, which is a possibility? Or did he just not leave enough room? And I think I can't judge it. I couldn't judge it in the car, so we'll just need to take a look at it. Am I building a bit of a gap to Justin, and then we'll just see how the race unfolds from there. Yeah, something about that left turn there, I'm struggling. Yeah, don't know. I mean, wasn't too much damage, so yeah, I mean, we'll just get on with the race. So incident points here at 3, because we also had to bail out of that corner 2, which was not ideal. Wow, P1 on their own in GTP.
You got a slow car on the left. Go right.
Oh my god. You know, I don't know why I couldn't avoid that. That is totally on me.
Your car has too much damage. Required repairs are 13 minutes 53 seconds. Optional repairs are 5 minutes
Right.
55 seconds. All the damage.
I guess we get to see that again. Yeah, I think I just had massive indecision of which way to go. I have no idea how I didn't avoid that. I had one in Road America last week, which was definitely not on me, but I mean, I saw this guy miles out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess he was rolling. I mean, I was even on the brakes here. I don't know. I mean, if I'd just sort of taken my normal line, we would have been fine. Don't know. I was just poor. I think I'm just understeering at this point. Perhaps if I got off the brakes, then we would have been all right. But race ending. Brutal. Not a good start to the night. Let's just have a look at where we got the tap to and just see what we think of that one. Yeah, guess not enough room. He's on the inside, so we'll take that. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy to say that I could have left more room on that one, but God, I'm frustrated that I couldn't avoid this incident. I feel like that's just totally on me. What a nightmare. I'll watch that again. Yeah, I do not know how I didn't get around this guy. Yeah, I mean, he's stationary, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, I saw it plenty enough in advance to have got around that, so I just don't know why I couldn't avoid it.
20.
Well, next race starts. I need to check. It might be like 30 minutes from now. Let's have a quick look and see what happened to this guy, actually. Right, so he was chasing down P1. Yeah, he did nothing wrong. I'm so frustrated I couldn't avoid that, honestly. So frustrated. Yeah, I mean, I just needed to pick a side, and I did not pick one. I think what I was worried about, if we go in car here, You know, it just looked like the space was on the right. And so that's where I wanted to get back to. And I guess the car's fully loaded at this point. And I think as I just apply more and more brake, I can't get the car to steer. I just cannot get it steering enough. And he's still, so there's nothing wrong with that. So frustrating. I mean, I think the line was on the inside there for sure. I could not get it round. Could not get the car round. And obviously once you get the double hit, that's kind of game over in a short race like this. Yeah, frustrating. Kind of a bit miffed with that one, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, just avoidable. Or at least it should have been. Maybe slightly unlucky in terms of where it was on the track, perhaps, but yeah. I guess the only thing is you load it up, but I mean, if I think about, where do I get on the brakes? I'm on the brakes from this point, so it's not like I'm trying to hammer it round. And it's just funny, on most of my laps, I suspect I'm already on the inside of this line here, so I don't know. I wonder whether initially when I came out of the hairpin, I saw that and I was thinking, oh, maybe I need to go outside.
20 minutes to go.
I mean, that would have been a safer option. Right, let's just see what's going on with the damage here. I mean, 10 minutes of required repairs is kind of pointless, so we'll just write this race off, I think. Let's go and do some practice in the open set. Annoying after a really good quality too. Would have been right up there. Yeah, I guess I can understand why he's pretty annoyed. That's most likely with me, and yeah, I mean, I can understand it. That's funny. I mean, I wasn't trying to make any particular ground through it. I just couldn't get the car where I wanted it on the track. Just as simple as that. Yeah. Yeah, I'd got on the brakes pretty much there. I mean, the problem was I probably just needed to go around the left. I think if we'd done that, I mean, how much room was there? Yeah, I mean, enough. See, the guy behind me makes a great call and makes a really early call too. Let's have a look at it from his perspective. Yeah, it's just good driving. Good driving. Annoyed that we could not do the same. Never mind. Well, we'll write that first race off. Let's see if we can have a better second race. Yeah, so we'll take a bit of a hit now in terms of position. Where are we? Yeah, annoying. I should have been a top 5 comfortably with that quali. But there we go. Trying to work out whether it's worth even doing any laps. Just for a little bit of safety rating. Well, they're the two leaders. Just coming by on my right screen. Just want to go back to when I got past actually as well. Still kind of interested in that. Just want to see what I can learn. Let's just do maybe chopper view here. Yeah, I don't think I appreciated that he was all the way alongside, so I just squeezed him too much, I think. Because really, you know, there's nowhere else he can go there. It's a good move. He's alongside. No real issue with bailing out. You know, right thing to do there. And then, yeah, just feel like this was really avoidable. Yeah, something I probably need to work on is this accident avoidance, because I've had a few recently. This is probably the main one that I really think I could have just gone out of the way for. But still, maybe just not making the right decisions quick enough. I think maybe just the way the car was pointing, I don't know. I mean, the guy behind is just so serenely going around the outside. You know, just sees it coming a mile off. Yeah, I mean, if I'd just been taking my regular line, I wouldn't have got out there. So it's just strange, honestly. Let's have a look at the... Let's just have a look at our previous lap here, just to see the line that we were running. No, I guess I was running my normal line, so it did put me out there. So, you know, getting off the gas or just going wider. Wider would have been the right choice there, to help with that. If we just skip forward to the incident lap, which I think is this one. Yeah, we're running the same line, just haven't made a big enough correction. Damn. Avoidable. Yeah, I mean, maybe a bit unlucky, given that he's basically stopped right on the racing line there, but, you know, he's holding his brakes. You can't make any complaints of that. It's all you can ask, really, in that position. Right. Car's still absolutely murdered. Right, what are we running in P20? Car's still got 5 minutes of mandatories on it. Well, the Nero has now gone out, and to be honest, if the rest of the guys behind are not racing, there's really no point in us going out other than for safety rating, which, let's be honest, I'm not going to be too worried about that. Alright, we're going to jump out of this. Disappointing, but we're going to go do some practice in open. Well, not a great start to the night. We go again. It's just funny. One night to the other. Monday was relatively calm, really. There wasn't even too much going on. Very different tonight. So I'm just loading in so the race session, let's see it, so it's 45 minutes, so yeah, it's 20:45 race, so we'll be racing in 20 minutes. So it's going to jump in, run some laps, get the open set on, do some quali sims, and then we'll be pretty well set for this one. Hopefully we can have a better race. Yeah, frustrating, because that was a decent quali, actually. I feel like that was one of my better fixed qualies that I'll do there. Well, I don't know what damage that will have done from an iRacing perspective, but it certainly won't be great. And I feel like that's what's happening a lot at the moment. I'm just oscillating up and down. Right, race session for this 147. So this is already going to be a bigger session, I think, which is going to be fun. Let's strap on the open set and just get used to this again. Yeah, right, we have a better race too. That was just disappointing.
A few clean laps to get our fuel numbers.
Disappointing. And probably avoidable.
Car 929, just set the fastest lap, 43.1.
So conditions for this race are somewhat similar, but it's just overcast. There's no chance of rain, so yeah, times are quicker. There's understeer in the Porsche on this open set, which is lovely.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Just throwing the car in a little bit too aggressively there. Didn't like that.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
So we've got a 43.1 on the books from a 3.6k driver. Can't remember the quality time I did. I did on Monday, to be honest, on open. I think it was maybe half a second quicker than what I did on fixed. I'm not sure this one will be representative, but I'll have a push on the second lap.
43.6. You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Okay, so it looks like low 43s, at least in these track conditions. Interesting. Would have been a decent lap, but just got a little bit too excited there. We'll go again. There's a 64 registered, so you know what, maybe this one won't be that busy either. Interesting. Right, let's jump into just again private, or not really private, but a unpopulated group. Do some quali sims. And if we've got time, might even just run on half fuel on this set just to get familiar again. Try to do a proper outlap this time. Just simulate things a bit better. I'm still miffed about that crash, honestly. I feel like that was really avoidable. Don't know why I couldn't get that car to turn, even being on the brakes. Yeah, and the exit route was definitely the outside route. You know, the car would have happily gone that direction. Maybe that's the learning to take from that, to be honest, is, you know, if the outside is an option to go around, take it, you know, just if especially if the car's under a lot of load. Would have also helped me at Road America when I had an incident last week. I mean, that one was more difficult to avoid because it happened right in front of me, but if I'd been fast enough, might have been doable. But tonight's, I'm going to call that as definitely avoidable and a frustrating one. Okay, right, so low 43s, high 42s ideally. Bit greedy there. Take that corner quick out. Representative of pace right now. See if we can better it on lap 2.
43 even. Just set your fastest lap of the session. We've got good fuel data.
See a poor T1 there. Alright, 9 minutes till we get over to the race service. Not too long to wait. Okay, well, definitely more time in the lap. Do one more quali sim after this, I think.
Don't forget to tip for more fuel.
Alright, let's do one more quali sim. Well, at least one more. Car's feeling good. Just a little bit looser, obviously, than fix it. Just trying to push a little too hard. And unfortunately in race 1, because that it may have been split 1, but with it was a pretty low IR split, 2.2 something, so that would have absolutely created our I rating. That has been the story of the last few weeks. I've had at least one kind of minus 100 every week, and then had to claw it back in 2 or 3 subsequent races. Honestly, after qualifying on pole, I thought it was going to be a bit more cruisy than that. Did not pan out that way. So it's a 94 registered, but again, it's not going to be a big session tonight. So my guess is that we'll still be in split 1 despite the I rating loss from the last race. Right, so we can just do 2 representative laps here back to back before we get kicked to the race server.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this open set. It's a little bit more fun to drive than the fixed. Nearly got T1 how I wanted it. Just slide off track, corner exit. Just have to be careful of that in quality, but we'll run this lap anyway and just see if we can find anything else. Won't help as I look at the full screen. Yeah, so there's probably another couple of tenths in that, so maybe we can get into the high 42s if we do a really good lap.
Don't forget to pit this lap for more fuel.
Poor last corner. Easy to give away time there when you're trying to push.
42.9. New fastest lap for you.
Oh, well, even that made it into the 42s, but we did have that off track in turn 1. Right, we'll do a few more. Well, maybe. Let's go and take a look at that iRacing destruction. Switch on the screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. Need to just move this up for you guys, I think. Yeah, there we go. Right. How bad was it? Sure, pretty bad. Yep, minus 98. It was bad. Minus 0.32 SR. Absolutely brutal. Well, there we go. What can you do? Was not our night on that one. Let's see if we can improve it for the second one. So the Nero got back running. Well, good for him. He only lost 79. Looks like he did manage to make at least one place up on Ty, or Ty got past us, whatever that was. Yeah, just brutal. Well, let's hope we can take some learning of that one into this open session. We'll see. Right, how long do we have? Yeah, not long really. I'll just, you know what, I'll go washroom, then we'll be kicked over to the main server. And then we'll see if we can have a better race 2 for you. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So I didn't hit the join button there, or the race button. I'm hoping it's just kicked us automatically. I wasn't sure what would happen actually if you were just sat on and you never hit race. I think I probably thought it would just kick you out, but I won't mind it if it has just put us over. Otherwise, we just shed another ton of IR because we didn't get back in time. But it looks like we're getting moved over to the race server, so all good. Right, race 2. Let's just hope we can qualify decently again. I mean, I'm guessing we're going to have higher IR drivers here, so I don't expect to be right at the front, but, you know, top 10 ideally, depending on what we're looking at. So there are 3 splits. We're in split 1. Whole bunch of drivers will be ahead of us ability-wise. 6.4k, Hidal goes at the top. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe this is going to look like kind of a top 10 type race. It's probably going to be the right target for us to look at. Right, we'll just do a few corners here, make sure everything's working properly. And then we go race 2. I'll be tempted to do the fixed again when this one finishes, but I don't think there's enough time between races. I'll try and finish quickly and have a quick look, because if we can, honestly, plenty of energy left, so I wouldn't mind taking a look. Wow, it's got to be incident points for that one. It's definitely speeding in the pit lane. Oh, yellow flag. It's all kicking off. Just in the practice or warm-up, whatever it is. Oh my word, what is going on? It's total carnage. Right, quali. See what we got. Just double checking the weather. Yeah, 0%. Pretty sure. Oh, Justin, hello, buddy. We did a bit of racing in Fuji together. Not in the same class. I'm assuming Justin's running one of the protos these days. But we'll see. Nice to see him on track. The closing races that we did, I think I ran with Justin twice in the IMSA races at the end of the week of Fuji. I think we both had decent races, actually. It's quite fun. Alright, so track temp 20C. I don't really check it in practice, but I think it was similar to that, so let's see what we got.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time black.
Fastest T1, but just wanted to make sure we didn't get an off track on lap 1. Always puts a lot of pressure on the second lap. So avoided that, off we go.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
Not solid, not spectacular, but that's fine for lap 1. Slid out there, but didn't hit the wall.
43.1.
T1 wasn't any better. It's a shame. I'll take a look on the straight, see what the fast guys are running. Maybe mid 42s. Yep, that looks to be the case. So could do with finding a couple of tenths if we can.
Have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Damn, we're down by a tenth. Not going the right way. Yeah, it's annoying. I know there's more time in this, but not finding it this lap. Just squeeze a little bit more. Well, don't think we would have got there anyway. Frustrating. That wasn't a great lap.
Ticket flag.
0x, so no big deal. But yeah, don't know. I think I should have been able to find the 42s. Felt like there was a lap in there, but you know what? Low 43s. That's okay. But there was more to be had. Well, we'll focus on the race. 45 minutes, a little bit longer this one. And yeah, try and stay out of trouble. Right, let's have a look. Oh, Justin on pole. Awesome, buddy. Now, he said a Y Zach. So who is he talking about? Don't see any Zachs in LMP2. I don't know who he's talking about. Oh, Zach. Okay. Maybe they had a bit of a Barney on that practice. Who knows? Right, mid-pack start. It's not like starting at the front actually helped in the last race anyway, so no big deal on that one. Yeah, accident avoidance seems to be the name of the game for me at the moment. Which is annoying. I feel like I had a couple of months where, you know, everything was pretty steady and wasn't really in a ton of incidents and was ticking over. But at Fuji, I mean, Fuji had some weather, so it was raining a bit. And then Road America last week. Like, honestly, the last 3 weeks of racing, this has been kind of common where at least one every 2 or 3 nights that I've been racing, you know, I've got into a shunt that's been enough damage to end the race, which just kind of sucks. Right, 20 seconds. Let's go. So we ended P8, it looks like. It's not, oh, no, down one more, P9. Yeah. Well, okay. If we'd made the 42s, which was probably possible with a good lap, you know, we would have jumped up at best 2 or 3 places. Well, tricky. I mean, there's 4 people there in the 42.8s. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of felt like from the practice that sort of lap time would have been on too, but you know, I was struggling to find that time. So who knows? That's all right. I mean, if we're fast, you know, if we had good pace of those around us, that'll at least we'll have a settled start to the race, which is nice rather than just getting hustled, which on the fixed race kind of out-qualified myself, I think. Which is fun for quali, but just a little bit trickier in the race. Right. Yeah, just checking I've got the right set on here. Oh, let's see what we've got in this race.
Line up on the left side. The estimated SOF is 3,098. Pit road is closed right now. Tight field today. Look for opportunities.
So, don't need tyres because it's going to be dry, so don't need to worry about that. And then as we get into the race, just need to make sure that auto fuel is up and running, which is what I struggle with on Monday for whatever reason. Right, so we've got Nevsky 4.6. I feel like he was in the fixed race, so that's odd that he would be back here. Would have thought he'd be faster, so maybe he's one to keep an eye on. He might come through the field. And then, yeah, it's probably just going to be quite tight. For whatever reason, my race pace this week just doesn't seem to match with my quali pace, which is annoying. So I'm just looking at the time, so it's 43 minutes, so it's going to be pretty tight to be able to make the fixed race, but I might try. Once we cross the line, assuming we get to the end of the race, I'll see if I can immediately jump in to register for the fixed, just to get us going in that, because I'm kind of disappointed how that first one went. Assuming it goes official, that would be the other problem, I guess.
Catch the pace car. Catch the 3 car. Catch the 7 car. Catch the 13 car. Catch the 16 car. Catch the 2 car. Catch the 9 car.
I feel like iRacing, they've got to fix that in multi-class. These spotter calls of catching cars when obviously there's gaps being left, etc.
Catch the 15 car. Catch the 40 car. Catch the 43 car. Catch the 42 car.
Alright, well, let's see what we got. Funny, I feel like I recognise the car ahead. Maybe the name too. Yeah, maybe that was someone we were racing with on Monday or last week.
Catch the 1 car. Catch the 23 car. Catch the 23 car.
Seem to be hammering around here, but okay. So we're in the pack.
Get ready, going green.
Try and keep it as safe as we can here.
Green flag, green flag. Right side. Clear. Car stop on the left. Go right.
It's a little tentative around that car. Clearly still thinking about the incident last race. That's okay. Just trying to settle in now. Get a sense of our pace with those around us. We know that it wasn't the best quality we could have done, so hopefully our pace is comparable to these guys. Just double checking the fuel and tyres were all set there. Wow, it's getting a little hectic here, 3 wide. See how this shakes out. I have to say, one of my least favourite overtaking places, but I was well alongside, so I felt like it was okay. I think I just lack confidence of overtaking there, haven't done it enough, and I've got into scrapes there before. But of course, happy with the outcome. It was clean. I don't think we even had a 0x. I think he played his part as well. Joshua didn't... yeah, left plenty of room, which was great. Okay, well, we're not going to break away, I don't think, from Joshua too quickly.
44.2.
Obviously want to make sure we get a good run up this hill every lap. It's obviously where we benefited us last lap. Just don't want to give Joshua a sniff. Ideally want to stay within tow of these guys to help us as well. didn't happen at the best place on the track for us, but I think Joshua maybe got held up a little bit too, so it didn't cost us too much.
43.9. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Still just about being towed along by these guys. Just keeping an eye on other traffic now. Looks like it's clear for a little while. Aggressive pass there, but looked fine. Just kind of surprised it was able to be pulled off, actually.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Obviously just Nevsky, yeah, okay, so I think this is the 4K driver, so
44.7.
almost kind of expect Nevsky to have a good run now. Tricky though, because we're fighting as well here. The Mustang has got plenty of punch. We won't be running by him on this lap.
Group of faster cars approaching.
Yeah, it's just tricky here. Kind of okay if Nevsky goes by, but would like to retain contact with these guys.
Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right. Right side. Clear on the right.
Yeah, okay, so Nevsky probably going to get a run out on the straight, unfortunately.
Now on your left. Faster traffic approaching. Still there. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
Getting hustled a bit here, but that's okay. I know this guy's quick, so
Clear.
not going to fight this too hard.
45.2. Right side. Still there. Keep to the left.
Jeez, cars everywhere.
Left side. Clear on the left.
Yeah, just none of that worked out really well for us. Obviously, we have Nevsky that I think honestly is quicker, so he's going to get by at some point. And we just got caught out with all this other drama of the cars passing.
Group of faster cars approaching. Left side. Clear on the left. Car right. Clear.
It's a bit hectic right now, but everyone is everyone's being very respectful, so
Clear on the right.
all good.
Faster car coming up quick.
Just costing us a little bit in terms of the guys ahead.
You got a slow car on the left. Car stop stop ahead. Go right. There's an incident ahead. Left side. Clear on the left.
Okay, so this is probably Nevsky's chance here.
Leader is running. 44.
Won't fight this too hard if he gets a good run. It's just when they're all a bit hectic, honestly.
45.3.
Yeah, he's going to get a good run up the hill now. We just got a bit of oversteer on exit. So ideally we can sort of stick with him a little bit here, and then maybe he can just bring us up to the guys ahead.
Car right. Clear. The leader's gone off. Car stops on the right. Go left. The next car's the leader.
Obviously some Barney up front there with the leaders. Happily did not get caught up in that for once. Borderline, was really trying to get a good run down here. We'll try and get in the drag again of these guys.
44 even.
Well, we're not quite there. Mustang's got some pace, got some grunt down this straight. Just losing a bit of time now to Avery as well, a bit annoying. It's just caught me up 2-3 tenths already on this lap. It's annoying. Hasn't been a great one. 3 tenths down on my best. Better end to the lap. If we're getting a bit of a toe now, that will be helpful.
43.8. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Okay, we've got Justin coming.
Faster traffic approaching. Left side. Clear on the left.
Again, lost another couple of tenths there.
Faster car coming up quick.
So a little quicker than Raymond here. There's not a lot in it. A little bit. quality one, but just decided to send it anyway. Just didn't get my lines right at all there. Took out too much speed, rode way too much of the apex. But yeah, I'll take a 1x for that, no problem. Yeah, some pretty good faster class car passing here, quite respectful. Could have centered in that corner but didn't, so pretty happy with that. This guy's not really helped us there, sending on the outside, but no worries. There's nothing wrong with that. Just couldn't run my regular line.
Faster traffic approaching. 44.3. Right side. Clear on the right.
Well, that was brutal. I had to completely get out of it. Got a 0x for it, so all good. That could have been a lot worse. I don't know whether I brake late. I don't think so. I think the guy ahead really braked early. If I'd known that was coming, I would have sent it, to be honest. But then we had the proto there as well.
Right side. Clear. Group of faster cars approaching.
I think we probably need to try and get by Raymond sooner rather than later. Where you going, buddy?
Car right. Clear.
That's not where I like to let those guys pass, but just got my car in the wrong position there.
On the left. Clear on the right.
Yeah, back couple of corners there. Never mind, back at it. Raymond got a little compromise going up here, so we'll just gather a little bit of that time back. Yeah, that was weird. Maybe got Y Raymond somewhere there. I was just getting a little loose on me through these last two corners. I just couldn't hold on to Raymond there.
45.4.
I think I have more confidence in T1 than these guys, so that helps. Just need to try and hook up the rest of the lap. Surprised not to see Nevsky come back through. Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, I'm very slightly quicker than Raymond, but I think we'll need kind of like a half mistake, really. But, you know, if we just put under him a little bit of pressure.
The leader is running 43.6.
Just struggling. Last two corners. This is where I lose out to the guys.
44.1.
But if we can just sort of hang on around the lap, I mean, this might be an opportunity in a lap or two. It's not quite there yet. So we've got 2 laps of fuel left, just keep an eye on that, of course. It's tricky, I can brake a lot later into turn 1, but unless I'm alongside, it's going to be a huge dive bomb there. And just this Mustang, I just find it really difficult to overhaul it here.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Yeah, just quicker, but just can't quite get the run I need at the moment. So I might just be status quo still until the fuel stop. Sorry to hear that, Jay. Were you and I in the same race earlier? I feel like I recognize that name from the relative somewhere. Right, so we've got a pit. Okay, we're going to pit this lap actually and just see if that helps.
Pit box in 5. 20 minutes to go. 2, 1. Right here.
Alright, let's see what we got, boys and girls.
Okay, go.
So I think we've done the pit stop jump here, which is good. Relative. Okay, so Raymond. Okay, well, he's obviously taken on a touch more fuel than us, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Plus 0.7 of a lap as it stands.
approaching. Right side. Clear.
So ideally, we could just break away from Roman, get him out the toe, but let's just see.
Left side. Clear on the left. Faster traffic approaching.
Tentative, and again the last couple of corners, but
Right side.
because of the traffic, we have got a bit of a gap back to Avery now. To Raymond, sorry.
3.8.
Jesus, that's not going to help us. So yeah, just keeping an eye on that fuel. I'm obviously not going to try and fuel save for a little bit, but it would be nice to have a lap extra just in case something goes funny with the laps.
Group of faster cars approaching. The leader's pitting now. Car on your left. Clear.
Just managing to stay kind of same gap to Raymond with the traffic.
Faster traffic approaching. That car is a lap down. Car right. Still there. Clear.
Right, Magnus 2.3. Haven't been looking at that gap, so just keep an eye on that now.
44.5. You're in fifth. Doing great. Really good job.
I thought I had that then, but pushing a little bit too hard. If I can keep it to 3x incidents tonight, that's, I'll be quite happy with that, to be honest. Right, 15 minutes to go. I'm going to try, Jay. I've got to do a real quick switch after this, so I'll do my best. Never got to the apex then. Annoying. Not pushing too hard here. Yeah, just giving up another couple of tenths to Raymond. Right, need to refine that rhythm, giving away, wow, almost a second to Magnus that lap, so that is no good at all. Let's get refocused now.
Group of faster cars approaching.
Thought he was going to send it, so I backed out. Super annoying. Oh, he's going to the pits anyway. Nightmare.
44.8. Car right. Clear.
This guy's going to have to let me through now. I'm right there.
Stay on the left. Faster car coming up quick. Clear.
wouldn't mind a little bit of clean running here. A bit all over the place. So the back marker in traffic just spooked me there for a lap and a half. Fortunately didn't lose out to Raymond, but have really dropped away from Magnus annoyingly. It may be that Magnus is not our race anyway, but still. I know you guys can't see the fuel, we're plus 0.8 extra according to Race Lab, so that's good. If we did have to do a save, it wouldn't be too much now.
44.2.
We're not too far off the leader's pace. 0.3, but that was a lap with a little bit of traffic, so let's see. But yeah, really respectful race tonight. Maybe got lucky that we didn't get caught up in some of the incidents that happened around us, but solid so far. This guy's going to wait. He's quick though. Again, respectful. Been super happy with how that's all gone. So Nevsky's making ground on Raymond now. Ideally for us, Raymond just can keep him back for a couple of laps. Nevsky, I would say, earlier in the race, I think kind of had our number. We just got a bit lucky with traffic. So without that, he may have been passed. Wow, very respectful through the final corner. Super happy with that. Well, P2, guess you would expect that. No need to risk it. Okay, so Raymond's still in front of Nevsky.
Right side, clear on the right.
So Raymond's still ahead of Nevsky. That's super useful for us. Because I don't think, unless we make a mistake, Raymond's going to be a threat, but potentially Nevsky, if he gets by, will get some faster laps going. Oh my god, this car does not have a front end. Absolutely sketch city. Guess at this stage of the race, oh no, pitting, okay, thought it was going to try and run to the end. Right, 2.4 back to Raymond, still looking okay.
44.3. Right side. Clear.
Nice tow up here from the LMP2. Oh, it's Justin. Thank you, Justin. Very kind.
Faster traffic approaching.
This guy's coming, so we're going to get out of this corner.
Clear on the right.
A little bit of a fuel save. Oh, who's in the front here. I have to fight hard there. Alright, so Raymond's still clear. Okay.
Faster traffic approaching.
8 minutes to go, just under.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Not sure I love that, but
Car on your left. Clear.
safe enough. Kind of knew what everyone was doing.
Car on your left. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the left.
Love that even less, but through. Lost, yeah, a couple of tenths. Not ideal. End of the world.
45.4. Faster traffic approaching. Car on your left. Clear.
Yeah, we've been able to maintain that gap to Raymond, and yeah, I'm just surprised Nevsky hasn't been able to get by 4.6k driver. Don't know if he's got damage or anything, because honestly, when we got to the back of Raymond, don't know how many laps it took us, but I don't think it took us too long. Or did we pass, or was that in the pits? Actually, I can't remember now. I'll have to save the replay and take a look. Well, at least it's having a better race than race one. Don't think we're going to make up our 98 shortfall, obviously, from race one, but we can keep this up. Top 5, top split. Not bad at all. We were the beneficiary, I think, of P1 and P2 at least taking each other out.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
So, 0.8 for fuel. Just keeping an eye on that still. Didn't have any problems with that on Monday. Got loose there. Wow, the gap has grown to almost 3 seconds down to Raymond. It's been back markers.
3.9. Faster traffic approaching.
Rubbish T1. Annoying.
Left side. Still there. Clear on the left. 5 minutes to go. Left side.
Just trying to make that super clear. Even that compromise my line. Stay super tight. Who knows why I couldn't do that on race one to avoid that incident. Literally no idea.
Faster traffic approaching.
Looking back at it on race one, I just wonder if I was too far into the brake, so I got understeer. You know, it might have been the case if I just got off them, I might have been able to get around, but just mine did not work fast enough.
Right side.
Oh, you got to be kidding me!
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 2 seconds. Faster traffic approaching. Car on your left.
Well, guess it was not going to be as good as race one. I was trying to leave some space there too, like I honestly
Clear.
really didn't think I was trying to do anything too aggressive. Yeah, should have waited, that guy. Right, where are we at now? Back to the top 10. Ah! Oh, I'm so frustrated with that. I tell you, I've been having so many little incidents like that. Well, I'll save the replay. I'm going to try and run fix, but we can take a look at it. I do wonder, you know, I guess as always, could there have been more space given? Maybe. So frustrating. Well, no damage, which is good, but huge frustration. 3 minutes to go. Jeepers. I'm having that sort of night, I guess. Joshua is who we were racing at the start of the race too. I mean, to be honest, P8 in split 1, it's not a terrible result, but yeah, should have just been higher. Guess I'm grateful it wasn't race ending and we didn't go too far back. Oh well, let's just try and bring it home. Ah, oh, what a night. What a night.
44 even.
4 incident points, so I guess we only got 1 for that. Don't know. Don't get the sense that was my fault, to be honest, because I did go wide into that corner. I feel like I did leave enough space there. Just try and drive sensibly now, not compound the error. These two are right behind us.
Faster traffic approaching.
Frustration.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left. Car right. Keep to the left. Still there. Clear. Car stopped ahead. Go right. White flag. 1 more lap to go.
Well, I don't know if we made a place there. Guessing not.
44.9. That car in front is the position. Car right. Clear on the right.
Well, did we make a gain there? No, still P8. Oh no, what were we? Don't know, can't remember. Can't remember if we were running P8 or P9. Still frustrated. Should have been P5.
Faster car coming up quick. Left side. Clear on the left.
Oh well, I guess I would have taken P8 at the start of the race. Try and see it from that perspective.
Have about 1 lap of fuel left.
I don't know if I did my calcs right and whether we have enough time to jump in fixed. If we do, we will. If not, just do a bit of a review.
Faster car coming up quick. Car right. Clear on the right.
get over the line, we'll pull right over.
Stop on the right. Car stop on the right. There's the flag. It's over.
Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look, see if we can register. No, not enough time. So, oh, it's 45. Okay, yeah, you have to jump out to register. Okay, well, good to know. We can take some time. Look at the incidents. I think only one on this one, right? Just that one at the end. Frustrating. Oh, a little bit of beef on the chat. Well, a better race than race one, I guess, but still not what I would have hoped for. Sorry, just taking me a minute to find the drama lap. There it is. Trying to think, where was it? It was last. It was towards the last sector. Yeah, I mean, you at this point, he's not in the corner. I'm leaving in room. Yeah, I mean, buddy, if you're gonna go up there, get up there. You know, get up there and just come and take me out. And it's so annoying. You almost tipped me back round, actually. It's a shame. I was trying to catch it, I think. Let's go in the car. But look at that. Just a little nudge and then off we go. Who was this guy? Fred Galena. Did you give any apologies, Fred? No. No. Just off to the races. Yeah, brutal. Tried to catch it, maybe too late. Oh no, the card gone, I think, at this point. Yeah, sucked. That sucked. Should have been so much better. Well, let's see, position-wise. So we were like P28. Did we actually... So we did jump up a couple of positions, and it looks like. Let's just play this out. So we're P28 on that lap. Oh, interesting. So I guess we did jump up a couple. Maybe we'll have a look, see what happened on... Oh yeah, we did see a Barney at some point, didn't we? I'm trying to remember where it was. Last corner, maybe? Okay, here we go. So let's have a look. What happened to Avery? Just lost it. Whoa, stay on the brakes, buddy. Could have been a much better night. I think I might get back on tomorrow. Yeah. I absorbed some of your luck. For most of it, Jay, yes. And then I absorbed less of it in the last couple of laps. Yeah, it does feel good, doesn't it? Yeah, GTPs, LMP2s cause them some hassle this week. Right, let's have a look at results. I'm going to get out of here for tonight, but I will jump back on tomorrow, I think. Let's just switch this on so you guys can see. All right. Well, we would have made a bit of ground up. Probably not in safety rating. Well, a little bit. Plus 34. No, it's not terrible. What could we have won though if we were running P5? Oh man, look at that. If we'd finished in the place where we were. Oh no, sorry. IMSA. Yeah, so we would have finished P4. Oh, so gutted about that. We would have taken an absolute haul. Raymond finished P4. God, that is frustrating. So frustrating. Yeah, well, I guess lesson from race 2 is just You know, if LMP2s are going to dive, maybe just give them a bit more room. I had plenty of time in the bank, so perhaps I just squeezed them a little bit more than I needed to. Still, I mean, if you're going to overtake, do it cleanly. Frustrating. Honestly, it's been a frustrating night, but there we go. Guess that's racing. Monday was a much cleaner couple of races. Right, we're back in the 2.8, but to be honest, we're going to be running top split all week, I think, just kind of how it's going. Let's see, so what? So GT Endurance. So next IMSA Endurance is, okay, May. Okay, so that's next week. Shame, would have been nice to have run an Enduro this week as well. Porsche's at Road Atlanta, a track I'm terrible at, so probably won't do that. Now Ferrari's at Mid-Ohio. That might be one we take a look at this week. We'll see. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, it wasn't the best night of racing, at least in terms of results and outcomes. Real shame on race 2. Could have been a nice P4 that. That's just gutting, getting pinged by an LMP2. But maybe we'll take some learnings for tomorrow, see if we can just get round, give people just that little bit more space. But the good thing is the pace was pretty good actually in Open, better than it was for me on Monday. You know, I was been looked fairly competitive in the top 10, top 5 after those incidents. So yeah, I guess we'll carry that in tomorrow and see how we get on. But appreciate you tuning in. Enjoy your racing if you're still running tonight, and if not, I will see you tomorrow.